Hi guys!
Hi, Jimmy.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise, man. Have a seat.
Hi man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, how's things?
It's
Good.
good. Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
actually quite cold outside.
Quite
Yeah,
cold.
yeah.
So, you guys will have a coffee then?
Yeah,
why
of course,
not?
why
Yeah.
not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's really good. Yeah, it's perfect for this weather.
It smells good, man.
Yeah.
Really.
Good.
Do you know from where it is?
From where?
It's from Brazil.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is Brazil famous for coffee?
Oh, you don't know? Brazil is the first largest producer of coffee in the world. They hold around 30% of world production in coffee.
Oh.
They have around $7.5 billion of annual trade with the US in coffee.
Really? I didn't knew it.
Yeah.
great.
But I wonder how Brazil became the largest exporter of coffee.
You don't know that? It's quite simple. It can be explained through epic model.
Epic model?
Yeah.
What is epic model?
Don't you know what EPIC model is? E stands for economy, I for infrastructure, P for politics, and C for competence.
Actually, what factors come under the economy?
The first one is the GDP. The GDP now is $3.2 trillion, and now it stands the 8th largest in the around the world. And if you are comparing the population also, it is around 2.8 million. It's the current rate, and also the growth rate is 0.71%. Yeah.
Yeah, so like what's the exchange rate compared to US dollars?
Now it's around 4.2 if you're comparing the Brazilian real with the dollars.
But I have still heard that Brazil is not recovered from the recession in 2015.
Yeah, to some extent you are right, but if you are comparing the export and import rate, it is in surplus, and the export is 217 billion and import is 153.2 billion. And if you are looking at the FDI, it's 6.1 billion in the present rate.
But I have heard that Brazil is not politically stable.
Yeah, you are right. Brazil is not a politically stable country. According to the World Bank's Political Stability Index of 2017, Brazil has negative 0.4, and when we consider the ease of doing business, it is ranked at 124.
Okay, right. But where does Brazil stand in intellectual property rights?
Yeah, there are some concerns, but globally Brazil is ranked at 62.
There is another important factors about the infrastructure facilities in Brazil, as it have around 4,000 airport with an annual air traffic of 10 million people, and have a pipeline network with 6,000 kilometers and a railway with 30,000 kilometers and roadway of 2 million kilometers and waterways of 50,000 kilometers. Moreover, in Brazil, around 122 million people have internet accessibility, and 100% of the population is electrified, and each year Brazil produces 570 billion kilowatt per hour electricity.
So now I understood about economy, politics and infrastructure. What about competency?
Yeah, competence should be given equal preference. So like there are many factors when we can consider for competence, but we can take them three main. They are labor relationships, education and skills, logistics and customs. So when we are looking on a global basis, Brazil stands 96 in education and skills, 105 in labor market, and finally we can look at the like logistics performance index. So in that Brazil stands 56.
So now you know why Brazilian coffee tastes so good.
Yeah, and I have learned a lot from this cup of coffee.